Yo, what's going on, everyone? I hope everyone is blessed and safe out here. In this video, I wanted to show my mixing process. So, I'm definitely going to drop some gems in this video showing how I do my mix when it comes to just mixing beats. So, I have a beat here that I made not too long ago called Stop Playing. So, beat makers, if you're listening to this video, name your beats. You know what I mean? Some beat makers I came across, they name their beats beat one, beat two, or finished beat, or whatever the case may be. Like, put a name to the beat just so it can be more uh, identified easily when you're doing your mix and things of that nature. So be organized. So organization is very important. It's key to when you're doing a mix. So anyways, I have this beat that I have. Let's listen to it. Well, I'll let you hear the drums that I'll let you hear the beat. So let me do that first. I mean, so it's simple, you know what I mean? But when it's all mixed down, it's gonna have a lot of sonic sounds going in and out of the the beat to where you can hear a lot of the sounds more clearly. We're gonna have things panning left and right, so you know it sounds good now, but it can sound. Of course, it's up to the mixer to make it sound better. So, anyways, that's what we're gonna do. So, uh, I like to start off with my drums. So let me hear this drum pattern real quick. So there's definitely a lot of clashing ongoing with the drums, especially the kick and the 808 are definitely clashing. So, but that's later on. But I can hear it in this drum pattern. So, first thing I like to do is I like to give myself a mixer. I need my mixer. Yeah, there we go. And then it's right here on the side. So I like to first set all of my. Now, every beat maker is different. I mean, it might be an easier way to do this. It's just the way I do it, and I'm comfortable with it. So I like to go through all my drum sounds, and I like to make sure all my drum sounds are, um, I guess, organized in a way to where I have the kick, 808, then I have my snare, um, then I have, hi hats, and then percussion below. So I know it's really tedious for me, you guys. I'm very like, uh, just OCD when it comes to organization with these with these beats. So I've been doing it for a long time. So, anyway, so I like to level out my drums at like like negative 12 to make sure that when I bring them here inside of the mixer, on the timeline on Logic, I use Logic Pro X, that everything is low. So you want to mix low. You don't want to mix everything to where it's really loud. Super big gem right there, you guys. Um, you're a beat maker and you're mixing loud. No, you don't want to do that. You want to make sure you mix low. So I want to put these all about, like I said, a little bit below the 12. Um, just like I said, I want it to be low. So let me go ahead and do that. And see, as you can see, I got it right at that 12, right there, but probably slightly a little below the 12. So it'll be negative. It'll be 12. So let me put this back to 0. So let's get it. All right, so I did that. So all my drums is pretty much hitting a little bit below the negative 12 level, um to where it's low enough for me to mix. Okay, it's just I'm comfortable with that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and drag all my drums into the timeline. So yeah, so I'll go ahead and mute everything because I'm gonna do each individual sound. So I got my kick. And if there's an easier way to actually drag all of the drum sounds inside of the timeline, without me individually doing it, you guys leave a comment below. Let me know. This is something that I've just been doing for so long. I don't think it's a way to actually drag each individual sound into each individual um, audio or channel. So yeah, leave a comment below. Let me know if you're a beat maker and you know how to do it using Machine. So I'll get my 808 in here and get this one. This is my snare. I don't think there's a way to actually do it, but I mean, I don't know. You're a beat maker, leave a comment. But please let me know because this is tedious. Let me see something. Now, sometimes I like to group my hi-hats. Depending on what I want to do with them. But in this case, I'm not going to group them. I'm going to individually throw them in there. But sometimes I will do that. And it all depends on how you want your mix to turn out. So, yeah, mixing is definitely key to all of it, you guys. I think I already got. Oh, no, I don't. Okay, yeah. And we're going to grab this last one. All right. So we grabbed everything. So we got all of our drums on the timeline. Let's make this nice and clean. And then, I'm going to rename these drums. I don't want it to be group D pattern 1, group D pattern 85. I don't want it to, I want to name the drums to make it easier for me to mix. So Let's first let's name these. Let me name this. I call it G high string. Okay, so let's see what this is. This is a kick. I don't know what this is. This is 808. Let's just say, all right. Rim. This is a fill snare. I'm just gonna say hi-hat 2. This is a fill hat. And that's what this was. Okay, I'm gonna just say percussion. I think this was okay, that's what that was. Just all right. So now that we named let me get rid of this. Now that we named our drums, now we have to organize the drums. I'll show you that right now. So basically, I want my kick to be up here. So yeah, I want my kick to be up there. I want my 808 to be down here. Let's see, rim, fill, snare. Yeah. So there you go. So I have kick, rim, fill, snare, hi hat, and then what was this? I don't think that was anything. So let me get rid of that. So you guys, I want everything to be clean and organized for me to do this mix. If you're not organized, it's just it will take way longer than what you want it to take. So I have my drums right here at the top, and then I have my melodies below. Oh, there you go. Percussion needs to go up there, and this needs to go up there. So there we go. So I have my melodies right here, and then I have my bass on the bottom. So now I'm going to color coordinate all of these sounds. So I'm going to select all my drums, hit Option C, and then make the drums red, and then I want to make my melody yellow, and then my bass I always leave blue. This is how I always do it. Always. I have red as the drums, yellow as the melody, and then the bass would be always blue. So I'm gonna do really the same thing here. Select red, and this is going to be yellow. Okay, let me do this real quick. So color coordinating everything is super important. At least for me, this is something that you should be doing. If you're a beat maker, or even if you're a singer or rapper, you should color coordinate your vocals to where you might have your lead might I'll just say your lead might be red, and then you want to make your ad libs yellow or something like that, and then you might say your hook is green. You know what I mean? So it just makes it just makes the mixing process easier and more visual. There you go. It makes it more visual, and when you can see things more visual, it just makes the process quicker, better. It's just being organized is important. So, anyways, so yeah, so now what I do is all my drums. I actually it's what you call like it's what you call a bus. I bus all of my drums right here into this channel that I made called drums. So let me do that. Let me put them all in this bus, and then I'm gonna put all my melodies into this bus to as busting out of one channel. So all of the sounds is coming out of one channel. It's not individual sounds. It's all out of one channel. So I created another channel and right here, and I called it melody. So let me put the melody in there. Yeah, put that, and then I created one called where is it at? Bass. There you go. So anyway, so now when you hear it, all of the drums are coming out of here. Same thing with the melody. Same thing with the bass. So when I'm mixing, I like to level everything. The reason why I do this is in the mixing process. After I individually mix everything, I like to bust them into one channel to where I can have control over all of them of how I want the level to be. So, you know, like, I mean, you know, so it 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 kind of glues the track together a lot more to make it more cohesive. Just one sound, which is really important. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing in this mix. I do it with every mix. So let me find something. I need to add it on here. There we go. Knock. This is a super. This plugin is like super dope, man. I love this plugin. So anyways, so yeah. So so everything is has its own individual bus, okay? Um so what I do now is all these need to have an EQ on it. Where is my EQ? There it goes. And there we go. I use Fab Filter. I mean, you could use any EQ. You can use the stock plugin EQ. I just like the Fab Filter. So, all right. So, anyways, so I would select all of my sounds. Now, again, I said before in the very beginning, you want to mix low. So all of my sounds are low. So we're gonna go ahead and slowly, individually bring each sound up to where it's leveled. Okay. So we don't want the kick to be higher than the snare, or we don't want the fill hat to be higher than the kick, or this 808 to be louder than the melody string pop. We don't want this blade cut to be louder than this. So everything has to be leveled and balanced. So let's go ahead and do that. Turn this up a little. Then I like to pan things a little left and right. So now, with that all being said, you want to always make sure, depending on the beat, but really with every beat, you want to make sure that the kick and the snare or rim, in this case, are the loudest in the whole beat. I mean, the drums are really important. It moves the track. It's like the heart. It's like the meat of the beat. So you want to make sure that's louder than everything. So I'm gonna turn this up a little bit louder. So the kick in that snare or rim or whatever you want to call it is a little higher than everything else. So now what I would do is select everything and slowly bring it up. To a comfortable level. So as you can see, it sounds way better than when I originally played it in the very beginning. Way better. So after I do that, I select my drums and then I start mixing my drums down, EQing things, just, taking out frequencies that don't need to be there. And I do it for each individual sound. So I'm pretty much almost, not quite, depending on what kind of sounds you have. If you have really, really good sounds, you don't need to do a lot of EQing or messing with the sounds at all. No compression, no anything. If it sounds good, don't just, if you don't need to touch it, don't touch it. Okay. So let's go ahead and do a little EQ on these sounds. So I'm taking out some low end, just a little bit, to kind of give it its own. It needs its own space inside of this mix, or the beat, the mix. Just a little. Maybe cut out a little bit of the high. Give it a little thump. And you know what I forgot to do also, you guys. Um, I mix my beats in mono. Not, it was stereo, but I mix it in mono. I want all of the sounds to come out of in the middle. Okay, I don't want it to be stereo to where it's left and right. Left and right speaker. Um, um, I want it to be mixed in one direction. I want the sounds to come in the middle. I don't want it to be stereo where it's left and right. I want it to stay in the middle. Um, if you can mix, that's a gem too. That's a big gem for beat, especially for beat makers. If you can mix in mono, then your stereo is gonna sound, when you turn it back to stereo, because obviously it got to be stereo. And you export it out. The mix is so much better. So huge gem. Mix in mono, and then once you done mixing in mono, and then you turn it to stereo, it just kind of opens the track up. It, it just balances all of the sounds so much better, because you're mixing down in mono to where all the sounds are going in one direction through the speakers. It's not, the sounds are not on left and right of your speaker. It's not a stereo. So if you're doing it in mono, and then after you're done with your mix and you turn it into stereo, huge difference. I'm sorry. It just, like I said, it just really opens and widens up your sound so much better. So yeah, I like to do it in mono. So let's get it. give this hi-hat a little swing to it. Okay, I think I EQ'd everything, or what to me needed to be EQ'd. So I'm gonna stop right there, you guys, um, and end it. Definitely, I gotta do a lot more to it, but I just wanted to kind of show you the basics of how I start my mixing process, and just kind of give you an insight on just how I mix my beats. So we're gonna stop it right there. I'm gonna have more videos, so definitely share. Uh, Comment if you have any questions about anything, and please, you guys, subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to grow this channel, so subscribe and be a part of the family, and I will holler at you soon. Peace.